Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'll have to check again if this shit's working, bro, because it happens every time. I forget stuff. Hold on, right? Let me make sure that I'm actually streaming. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time I'm just yapping. Yes, yes, yes. Yo, I hope it is not tilting, bro, because, like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, we're good, man. We're good. Apparently, we're very good, you know? Alright, we're good, man. Let me fix my hair, bro. What the hell is the hair looking like, bro? Not looking good at all. Yeah, now it's better. Yo, what up, everyone? Long time no see. It's been a while. As always, we're gonna start this stream with. We're gonna start this shit with. We're gonna start with drinking water. We already did. So yeah, what up, man? What up, everyone? What's going on? What's going on? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, chat? What up, chat? So, without further ado, देखो मैं आ तो गया हूँ live because I want to be consistent this time around. I know I've said it before. पहले भी मैंने बहुत बार बोला है and I haven't been consistent. But इस बार I'm actually tired, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was in no mood to stream today, but then again I had to start somewhere, you know. So I think I won't be here for longer than 45 minutes. I would say I estimated कि मैं 45 मिनट बिताऊंगा stream पे, if not more much. Or I will start this procedure over again, you know, because obviously I've been lacking on the streaming stuff. And मैंने एक्चुअली एक वीडियो देखा था जिससे मैं बहुत इंस्पायर हुआ. देयर वाज अ गर्ल इन द वीडियो. इट वाज एक्चुअली अ रील, इट वाज इन अ वीडियो, राइट? एंड देयर वाज एक्चुअली अ गर्ल ऑन द रील, और वो लड़की बोल रही थी कि देयर आर पीपल दैट आर very smart, but they and they know a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff, लेकिन वो उस चीज़ को यूज़ नहीं करते हैं. They don't put it out in the free world for people to view. And she questioned it. उस लड़की ने ये पूछा था कि isn't it unfair for the world to not get a glimpse of what you are if you're capable, obviously. और मैंने वो वीडियो देख के, मतलब वो रील देख के मुझे लगा कि she's not saying anything wrong. Like, people like me, for example, I might be the chosen one in this field. I might be the one that would bring people to light or bring people to actually stand up for something. But if I would like, अगर मैं ही procrastinate करूँगा, तो how would I expect people to, मेरे नक्शे कदम पे चले? How would I expect people to, you know, get inspired, quote unquote? I don't think inspiration is the right word. It's like, I don't know, man. So it actually threw me out, and the reel is stuck in my mind. It was yesterday that I saw the reel, but I was on my bed, so I was obviously tired. तो मैंने कल तो stream नहीं करी, but I made an affirmation in my mind that I will stream today no matter what. And so here I am, you know what I mean? And GG's to the girl, man. Thanks for giving me a little bit of confidence that I needed to get back on the field, you know, because I obviously want to inspire people. I obviously want to inspire the masses, you know. How was the jacket looking, bro? This is actually, I didn't even buy it. My mom bought it and I kind of fucks with it. You know what I mean? I like it. So, with that being said, let's talk about something that's prevalent today. Uh, an attack happened in Delhi, and a lot of people speculated, as always, that it were Muslims. Now, इतनी सारे attacks और इतने सारे tragedies होने के बाद भी, if still you think that it is the Muslims that are doing this, then you literally need help first off, and you need to understand how this all works, bro. Every single one of the recent attacks could have been stopped, but they weren't. Satyapal Malik, if you guys remember, was the guy. I don't know what his post was, but he was at some post. He was some sort of minister in Jammu and Kashmir, and he actually warned the government beforehand of the Pulwama attack. He actually, after the attack happened, he told Ajit Doval about how he informed them ये हो सकता है. It was there were chances of some sort of attack. And Ajit Doval, it is his words. I'm not saying, these are not my words. He has died now. Satyapal Malik is now dead. But he said that Ajit Doval said to him that you should stay quiet. You should rather not speak. This was back in Pulwama, right? This is another attack. This is just another sham, bro. Because the people of India are dumb. You know what I'm saying? And I say it all the time. The people of India are dumb. They can't think beyond what has been shown to them. आपको कभी भी अगर तुम थोड़ा सा भी दिमाग लगाओगे तो doesn't it the dots connect every time कि यार ये हमेशा elections के time ही क्यों होता है? हमेशा एक हाइप बनाने के लिए ये टूल क्यों यूज होता है? Never do we retaliate, never do we execute a big plan or mission. Why is that always the case? Let me tell you something, or let me tell you the reality. एक बार मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. A lot of the people, मैंने जो last stream करी थी, actually my last stream got taken down for this exact reason. I actually come here and spit facts and get cancelled. That's my whole identity. I will get cancelled quicker than a lot of the people that you've seen on this platform. My last stream got taken down, bro. Nobody watches my shit, bro. But I still got taken down because I was spitting facts, right? So, let me tell you something. It was the Jews. It is the Jews, and it will always be the Jews. I'm not against the Jews, but it will always be the Jews. Now, let me be more specific with it. Agar Jews nahi, so it will be always the Zionists that commit this stuff. They do not want you or your country to live in harmony. The government also works with them. Now you would ask me, bro, why POP? If अगर तुम जो बोल रहे हो वो सही है, तो why does the government collaborate with the killing of these people? Because government incentivizes a normal person's death every time, and you fall for it every single time. Bro, अगर 10 लोगों को मार के गवर्नमेंट वापस पावर में आ रही है, तो why would it not want that to happen? You think the government gives a fuck? Like, be use your brain up here, bro. You will. It is crystal clear for the people that actually want to understand. Is जितनी भी चीजें हो रही हैं, it's a sham. It's to distract the people, and you can only distract dumb people through it. But sadly, majority of our country and majority of the people in our country are dumb. So ये मेजॉरिटी को टारगेट कर लेते हैं. टुडे अब बुढ़ापे वाले वो लोग देखोगे, नॉट इवन बुढ़ापा, 40 साल से ऊपर वाले लोगों से देखोगे, दे डोंट इवन क्वेश्चन इट. आप किसी इन्वायरमेंट में जाओ वेर यू विल मीट 5-6-7 बूढ़े आड़े लोग, दे आर पुशिंग 40, और उनकी बातें सुनो. No sort of information, no sort of input about stuff, just yapping for the sake of it. ये लोग आते हैं, अपना पॉइंट रखते हैं without any research, without any backing of what they are saying, and they just put this opinion out in the free world without any research. And the sad part about this is कि इनको सुनने वाले जवान भी आज के टाइम पे रिसर्च नहीं करते हैं. दैट्स द सैड पार्ट. देखो जो 40 की साल में वो बुढ़ापे में है और उसको मरना है इवेंचुअली, देयर अबाउट टू डाई, बट द यंग जनरेशन इज द वन that should be called upon, that will be called upon in the coming years, not the 40 years old. They could think whatever, जैसे अपने इधर एक बहुत चलता है ना व्हाट्सएप नॉलेज एंड ऑल दैट. ये सिर्फ एक स्टीरियोटाइप नहीं है. जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट. It is very real. Why only WhatsApp? Because old people use WhatsApp stereotypically, right? Old people are heavily on WhatsApp. And इनको सुधार नहीं सकते हो. And you don't have to correct them. Just ignore them. Don't accept what they are saying. The issue is the young generation are falling for these people or correcting these people. Either way, you're playing with these people's ego. You're feeding to these people ego. You don't have to do that. आपको ये करना ही तो नहीं है. You don't have to go out there and feed these people ego. तुम्हें लगता है कि आसमान हरा है? Okay, man. Good for you, I guess. Whatever helps you sleep at night, I guess. Just ignore them, bro. They're about to die. मुझे एक कहावत याद है. मैं अपने कुत्ते को इलाज कराने गया था और उसकी हालत बहुत ख़राब थी. तो जब मैंने मतलब डॉक्टर को दिखाया कुत्ते को, तो डॉक्टर ने एक बात बोली थी कि इसका एक पैर कब्र में है. तो इवेंचुअली द डॉग डाइड एज वेल. बट मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि अंडरस्टैंड दिस सिचुएशन एज कि ये जो लोग बातें कर रहे हैं, बूढ़े आड़े लोग ओवर 40 पुशिंग 45 और 50, इनका एक पैर कब्र में है. दे आर इवेंचुअली गोइंग टू डाई. वी आर इवेंचुअली गोइंग टू डाई एज वेल. बट वी हैव आवर होल जवानी. वी कैन डू रिसर्च. अब इनको नहीं चेंज कर सकते तुम until people you meet somebody that doesn't care about the age and only is keen to learn. How many people do you meet on a really daily basis that are over 40 or 50 that are keen to learn from younger generation as well, irrespective of their age, but only if they have good opinions? I don't even remember the last time I met somebody like that, an old person like that. So देखो, ये जो चीज़ है ये हमेशा होगी. It will be prevalent until the day India exists, until the day Pakistan is a neighboring country, which will always be the case. So देखो क्या होगा ना कि this will always be a case. Minorities will always be targeted because क्यों? Minorities का वोट की इतनी वैल्यू नहीं होती है when majority could be manipulated easily. अगर मेजॉरिटी कोई मैनिपुलेट कर लिया तो आप क्या है 400 मिलियन वोट्स ही तो खोगे ना. 1.1 बिलियन स्टिल रिमेन अपेरेंटली. और चलो 1.1 बिलियन मतलब मैंने तो एक एस्टिमेटेड पूरा ही बता दिया. लेट्स से 50% ऑफ द ऑडियंस, इंडियन ऑडियंस इज ओवर 18, राइट? आई डोंट नो द एक्चुअल स्टैट्स, बट लेट्स जस्ट से फॉर द सेक ऑफ इट 1.5 बिलियन का कितना होता है? 750 million people could vote, or 700 million, and let's say 400 million people vote, right? Majority of these people are going to be dumb as fuck. This is by default, by nature, these people are going to be dumb as fuck. So what you could do is try to research about stuff. Don't correct these people, bro. जान दो इनको, इनके कितने ही वोट बचे हैं, ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं है. Let it go. But try to be an inspiration for the youth, and try to be an inspiration for the people that are about to come. A lot of the people that are running for, what we saw, what happened in New York City. How the younger generation of New York overthrew Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo was backed by billionaires, bro, like literal billionaires. As far as I know, the founder of Bloomberg and Elon Musk, he was backed by a lot of the big people. What happened at the end of the day? Because these people didn't go to an Andrew Cuomo subscriber or Andrew Cuomo supporter and yelled their opinion in front of it, bro. No, what they did was they knew कि हमें ज्ञान है, इन लोगों में नहीं है. Ignore them and let's gather a community of people that actually hold some sort of opinion and that actually want some sort of change. And what actually happened? These people raised, if I'm not mistaken, like $6 million to $10 million in a campaign. This man did a campaign, and majority of his advertisement for the election came from Instagram Reels, bro. Who would have thought? Instagram Reels helped this man become a mayor of New York City, probably the biggest city in the world right now. So why did that happen? It's because people actually, the people that actually hold an opinion based on research and intellectual thinking don't give a fuck about these old ass people, bro. They don't sit around and argue with these people. They just laugh at them, and they know that majority of the people will always be the younger generation. तो आप younger generation में हैं, so don't try to play with these people's egos. Let it be, bro. Let it. क्या होगा, ज़्यादा वोट दे पाएंगे, ज़्यादा नहीं कर पाएंगे. हाँ, ये अलग बात है कि यहाँ पे वोट चोरी इज़ अ न्यू नॉर्म. बट देखो, मैं ऐसा हूँ कि मैं किसी चीज़ को लेके बैठने वालों में से नहीं हूँ कि crying about stuff. Solution is, if you're a younger Gen Z or whatnot, think about all the positives and just आज नहीं तो कल there would be government that would actually be hesitant and जिसको डर लगेगा, इसको लगेगा कि नहीं यार 5 साल है, अगर 5 साल में नहीं हुआ तो ये जो जवान लोग हैं, they could get our asses out of the office, और वो डर ही चाहिए. I do not support and like a government in general. I do not support any. See, I think it is a choice of choosing between two evils, and we have to choose better of the two evils. It is always going to be like this. क्योंकि देखो, behind closed doors, these people are all same, round about the same. अपना जो मोटिव होना चाहिए, it is to choose better of the two evil. और जब वो बंदा या बंदी चूज हो जाए, सिलेक्ट हो जाए, इलेक्ट हो जाए, तो नेक्स्ट थिंग शुड बी कि उन्हें डर रहे. नौकर को कैसा डर रहता है ना कि मेरी जॉब चली जाएगी, एक एम्प्लॉई को कैसा डर रहता है ना कि उसकी जॉब चली जाएगी तो वो क्या करेगा. इन लोगों को डर ही तो नहीं है, because they know they're backed by these dumbass people of our country. इन लोगों को and there are plenty, that's why these people are not scared. So you cannot change these dumbass people. What you can do is, if you are a smart person, use your vote and use your platform to grow a community of smart people. And eventually there will be enough smart people to actually stand for something. You understand what I'm saying, right? So my whole perspective is this. Now coming back to what I said in the beginning, अपन जिसकी बात कर रहे थे कि who did the attack and everything, it was the Jews. Obviously, if you think otherwise, you're just dumb, and you just your negligence is above par, I would say. So it was the Jews. It will always be the Jews. Who did the attack? It was the Jews. It was the Jews collaborating with some extremist in Pakistan that was funded by the Jews, that will be funded by the Jews to conduct these attacks in India, because India has a lot of people that helps Israel to form some sort of to gain some sort of following, because the world knows Israel is not in right, and the world knows that Israel is always the क्या बोलते हैं उसको, Israel is the evil. The world knows. Sadly, हमारे देश के जो लोग हैं उनको समझ में थोड़ा लेट आता है. लेट नहीं, बहुत लेट आता है. Exactly the reason why the English ruled on us for so many years. उनको समझ में लेट आता है. They did the same thing, divide and rule. Now the Jewish people know it. अब उनको इतनी सारी following अगर यहाँ से मिलती है, यहाँ पे even 100 million people. Israel has like what, 5 million, 6 million people, and think about India, bro. Even if they have 100 million people actually begging to Israel, begging to Israel, this will be a big support. That's what's happening. लोगों को they get the Indian people, they get raged कि पाकिस्तान ने ऐसा कैसे किया, ऐसा वैसा, and what they end up doing, they end up supporting Israel, and that's what Israel wants. And what further happens, बहुत सारे लोग Indian people, they join the Israeli army to take action towards what happened to the people in India. It doesn't make sense, and you don't have to make sense if you're dumb, right? And coming back to what I said, majority of our people in our country are dumb. So you don't have to make sense for dumb people, right? So it was the Jews. The attack was conducted by the Jewish people, and it will always be conducted. ये पहला नहीं है, ये आखिरी नहीं है. There will be further attacks. 95% of the time it will be Muslims, because Muslims is like the second, like the highest minority, I would say, in the country. And they want Muslims to be eradicated from everywhere, because they are fighting against the Muslims in Palestine, right? And agar Muslims ki image अच्छी होगी, तो they have so much to lose. Like for example, देखो, the Jewish people believe in the same God. First off, the Jewish people believe in the same God as the Muslims. Jewish और मुसलमान लोग एक ही भगवान में विश्वास करते हैं, right? And they also know कि अगर Islam takes over, the Jewish people will, go to dust. They will be literally nowhere. क्यों? The porn companies run by the Jewish community, the interest-based banks and whatnot run by the Jewish community, the what else, bro? Majority real estate, they own the market, the stock market majority of the time, the liquor company, the gamblings and everything. ये सारी चीजें कौन रन करता है? Jewish people. Obviously they wouldn't want कि Islam prosper करे. Why? Because that would eventually mean कि इतने सारे धंधे चौपट हो जाएंगे. There are plenty, like they will literally collapse. They will literally, turn to ashes. There will be nothing left for them. आज किस basis पे है Israel इन सब चीज़ों में आगे? Because they have made the world revolve around them. They have tricked you people into submission, I would say. And I've seen recently a lot of people are waking up to this, but it will take a lot of time for significant amount of people to actually wake up to stuff like this. Lekin, sabr karna is very important. Times like these, I pray for the people and their families, the people that died in the attack yesterday, and the people that are suffering. I pray for their well-being, कि ये सारे लोग अच्छे हो जाएं, better हो जाएं. I pray for these people, and hopefully, inshallah, these people will eventually get the justice that they deserve, but at the same time they won't. क्योंकि जस्टिस में ये नहीं होना चाहिए कि बस वो 4 लोग पकड़ा गए. तह तक जाना पड़ता है ताकि आप एक जर्म को एकदम तह से हटाएं फ्रॉम द बॉटम. यू हैव टू गेट टू द बॉटम. और अगर उसके बॉटम में तुम्हारी गवर्नमेंट ही जुड़ी हो, तो व्हाट मेक्स यू थिंक कि वो उसको हटाएंगे, राइट? अगर कंडक्ट ही हमारी गवर्नमेंट ने कराया है, तो व्हाई वुड दे गेट रिड ऑफ इट? करवाया जिसने, वो अपने को आपको एक्सपोज थोड़ी ना करेगा, राइट? सो इट इज़ नेवर गोइंग टू हैपन. पीपल आर गोना डाई बिकॉज पीपल life is literally a normal person's life is literally worthless in this country, in a lot of countries, I would say. लेकिन if you have a platform, it has been seen कि अगर आप तुम्हारे पास platform है तो there are high chances के you do not get exterminated is the word, I don't know, you don't get killed basically, because you have a platform. And platform से क्या होता है कि you get a lot of people to follow you. That's also the reason why I want to have a platform. I don't want to have a platform because of the money. अगर पैसे के लिए काम करना होता तो I wouldn't have been out here exposing people. My perspective with this whole life stuff is very different. I want people to realize the reality of this stuff. I want people to not live. मेरी माँ हमेशा बोलती है कि तुम अभी अंडे में हो, बोलती थी, अब नहीं बोलती है. I say this to majority of the Indian people. तुम अभी अंडे में हो. You have to grow out this egg, and when you do, you will realize how fucked up the whole situation is. It happened. My manager asked for my opinion of what happened in Delhi, right? And मैं चुपचाप सुनता रहता हूँ इन लोगों की बातों में. आई डोंट इंडल्ज इन इट बिकॉज ऑफ द एग्जैक्ट रीजन आई सेड बिफोर कि मैं इनको अगर कोई चीज़ का एक्सप्लेनेशन दूंगा भी, देयर माइंड वोंट इवन बी एबल टू कॉम्प्रहेंड इट बिकॉज दे आर सो फार बैक एंड दे आर सो फार इन द प्रोपेगेंडा कि इनको पहले तो मुझे सफाई करनी पड़ेगी. एक दीवार की जब आप रीपेंट करने का चाहते हो तो पहले आपको उसका पुराना पेंट निकालना पड़ता है, उसका पूरा साफ करना पड़ता है, देन उसके ऊपर मतलब देयर इज़ प्रोसेस टू इट, राइट? तो वो इतनी बड़ी प्रोसेस आई डोंट वांट टू इंडल्ज इन. एंड उसमें भी क्या होगा, मैं प्रोसेस को किसी को बताऊंगा भी तो देयर आर वेरी हाई चांसेस कि ये लोग इतने ईगोस्टिक होंगे कि दे वोंट लिसन to what I have to offer. So I just sit and listen and tolerate what they have to say. उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा कि what is my opinion about what happened in Delhi yesterday? And मैंने उन्हें यही बोला कि my opinion is very opposite from your opinion because I know the reality and you guys do not know anything. That's all I did because I don't want to lie for no reason. I didn't explain myself any further because I know that is not going to help. What I did was I just told them my reaction or my opinion on this is exactly opposite of what your opinion is, and that is because I know the reality of it and you guys do not know anything. That does not come from my ego. That comes from researching and digging deep and connecting the dots because you cannot see it in their faces. देखो ये सारी चीज़ें तो मैं ऐसा नहीं है कि YouTube पे एक वीडियो मिल जाएगा and you will just see it. आपको 9/11 की वीडियोस भी चाह के भी नहीं मिलेंगे, कंस्पिरेसी वीडियोस भी नहीं मिलेंगे YouTube पे because they're not conspiracies. If people see them, it will be no more connecting the dots for these people. It will be evident for these people, and Jewish people don't want that. And I say it all the time, bro. I'm not against the Jewish people. I'm against the people that support the regime, that support the Zionist agenda. Actual Jewish people know that they follow that one God that we as Muslims follow as well. Actual Jewish people know that. And these people are, compare them to somebody that follows a Hindutva ideology, right? They are not Hindus, right? But they wear a badge of Hindu to to run the streets, I would say, to have some sort of following. ये माल बहुत ज़्यादा बिकता है मार्केट में आज के टाइम में, the brainwashing mal, whatever that is, bro. So yeah, that's what happened today. I was very flabbergasted कि मतलब मुझसे ओपिनियन भी लिया लोगों ने about it. I do and my opinion comes here. मुझे लग भी रहा था कि I should share them the link of my channel, but I want them to discover me from their own self. And the only reason देखो आज से 4 साल बाद भी या 5 साल बाद भी if inshallah I get some sort of popularity and I get mainstream, it will be difficult. I will be a dot that you will have to connect in order to find the truth. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि पहला ही वीडियो तुम मेरा देखोगे. You will see somebody else's video, and then that video will bring to another video, and that another video will bring to another video, and then eventually you'll find me, you know what I mean, in facts some years down the line as well. This is bound to happen. This is 100% what's going to happen. And I'm very excited for it, man. As much as I say that I will get cancelled, I'm borderline excited to get cancelled, because then, bro, मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि what did Bhagat Singh do? He changed the entire outlook of how a strong Indian man should be. Like, he is considered a terrorist in the English countries. He's considered a terrorist there, right? Like, if you're not considered a threat by your enemies, are you even doing anything right? I'm very inspired by Bhagat Singh and every single freedom fighter, as a matter of fact, but Bhagat Singh in particular, because he did something that he did a lot of stuff that inspires me. So my stance on this is, okay, are you even living if you're not a threat to your enemies? If your enemies do not consider you as a big threat, even after so many years of your death, that's commendable, I would say, bro. Like, 100%, bro. You don't meet these sort of people on a daily basis, and until we have people like this standing for what they believe in, we can have some hope in humanity. ज़्यादा तो नहीं होनी चाहिए, बिकॉज अगर एक इंसान इंटेलेक्चुअल पैदा होगा तो देयर इट इज़ बाउंड टू हैपन कि 5 लोग ऐसे पैदा हों जो हमेशा मूर्ख रहेंगे एंड बाय चॉइस मूर्ख रहेंगे. इसको चेंज नहीं कर पाओगे तुम, नो मैटर व्हाट हैपेंस, बिकॉज दिस इज़ हाउ द वर्ल्ड इज़ लाइक. बहुत सारी चीज़ें ऐसी होती हैं, वी हैव टू लिव विद इट. आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ें उनके साथ जीनी पड़ती है. Like the stereotypes of what a lot of the countries, आपको जीना पड़ेगा उन stereotypes के साथ. Like Chinese stereotype के they eat anything. Like the Indian stereotype के they don't bath. And me personally, I think all stereotypes contain reality. All stereotypes are to major extent is रियल. कोई भी स्टीरियोटाइप ऐसे ही नहीं बनता है. अगर कोई मुझसे भी पूछेगा तो आई वुड नो कि इंडियन पीपल डू नॉट बैथ, एंड चाइना के बारे में भी वो चीज़ गलत नहीं है कि दे ईट डैम नियर एवरीथिंग, राइट? एंड द वे दे ईट इज ऑल्सो वेरी डिफरेंट, आई वुड से. बट so all these things, right, all these stereotypes are going to run in society. They're going to shape the outlook of how the society is being how to say it, how the society is being shown in the world, how the society is described in the free world, and this will always happen no matter what happens. And to a greater extent, it is also, like, for example, Japan. The stereotype for Japan is it's a perfect country. To some extent it is. Like, there are drawbacks in that country as well, but यहाँ पे बात हो रही है कि कंपेयर बाकी कंट्री से करोगे, एवरी कंट्री इज बैड इन जापान. That's why we consider it a perfect country, and that's why the stereotype. Obviously, it's not the perfect country. No country is perfect, right? But my whole thing is that stereotypes are there for a reason. Stereotypes will always be there for a reason for anybody. You know what I mean? If अगर जैसे मुसलमानों ने ये अटैक किया है, I don't consider them, I don't know what his intentions were or whatnot. So the stereotype that Muslims are terrorists is understandable to a certain extent from these people, because क्यों, अगर मैं एक टोपी वाले आदमी को देखूंगा किसी को मारते हुए, दूसरे टोपी वाले आदमी को देखूंगा कुछ स्कैमिंग सा करते हुए, तीसरे को देखूंगा वैसी हरकतें करते हुए, ऑब्वियसली आई विल हैव एन ओपिनियन इन द बैक ऑफ माई माइंड कि सारे के सारे एक जैसे होते हैं. This is how the world is. The problem is with the Muslim people or any minority that has been shown in the media all the time. The problem is it comes with a subject. यहाँ पे जो लोग just imagine um, uh, just imagine a normal Muslim person that you know. अगर I would stand with this stereotype if there wasn't a big incentive to it, right? You never see कि मेरा पड़ोसी मुसलमान बेकार था. It's always what you see on TV. जो आपकी जान पहचान के, they are never bad. And it has always happened. This is, आप खुद भी इसको consider करिएगा. Any Musliman that is living near you or that is a friend of you has never done wrong to you and is very good. But it's always on social media and it's always on, these media platforms. Why? Because bro, it has been incentivized in such a way कि तुम्हारे दिमाग में वो stereotype बन जाए. Now अगर मेरे दिमाग में वो stereotype बन जाएगा, obviously if I see a person that looks a certain kind, like Toby Mehta हुआ दाढ़ी वाला, तो obviously I would feel scared. I would feel threatened. Yeah, this guy could do, मैंने टीवी पे देखा था, this guy could do damage to me. But in reality, this is not what's happening. We see it on a daily basis. A normal Indian Muslim is not out here killing people. Matter of fact, आप कॉलोनीज में जाएंगे जहाँ पे हिंदू और मुस्लिम साथ में रहते हैं, they will tell you, they will let you know okay, how prosperous the society is. Because the ground reality. But in the जो मीडिया ने जिस तरीके से इंसान के दिमाग को ओवरटेक किया है, it's quite evident that we believe on social media and media in general, news media and whatnot, more than the reality that we see on a daily basis. And we cannot do anything about it, man. As I said, you don't have to fight the cause every time, bro. Just bring the people that are like-minded on the same path. Sometimes you just have to leave the whole changing the world stuff, bro. It's not gonna happen. You can only motivate your kind, and if you motivate like 10 people, those 10 people will motivate the same kind of another 10 people. And it's like a pyramid scheme, but in a right way. Most of the pyramid scheme are just a scam. This is a pyramid scheme of building a better society in general, irrespective of what your religion is. And see, it takes a lot of courage and good parents for you to become a it should be a bare minimum, but in today's world you require a lot of stuff to be a normal human being. अगर आपको hate mongering इस टाइप का इंसान नहीं बनना आज के टाइम में, तो you would have to have good parents, supportive parents. You have to have differentiated opinions. You have to have haters all around, because these people won't accept you if you have a differentiated opinion. अगर आपका opinion कुछ ऐसा रहेगा जो मतलब एक universally accepted opinion नहीं है, these people won't accept you, and these people would even go to an extent and call you a bitch or even call you retarded and whatnot, I'm saying, dumb. But in reality, it's always going to be them. It's always going to be these people, because these people won't debate you. These people won't come up with actual evidences to what they're saying. These people won't have any backing to what they're saying. It's just their fairy tale world that they will live in, and they will die in that fairy tale world. So what I would say is, eventually things will be better, but it's never going to be the best. It's never going to be the best. So if you think that you should move on to bigger, better things and you should just leave the country altogether, that's a good option as well. I would highly recommend for you to leave the country if you think that is the case. 100%. Free Palestine, man. And there's a tweet also that I saw Dhruv Rathi of defending Muslim and all right now. It's not the right time to do that, and that's the reason why I mess with Dhruv Rathi. He does not care about the right time. He speaks what he wants. You know, अगर तुम्हारे तुम्हारे में कुब्बत है उस चीज़ के बारे में बात करने की, that you something that you stand for, उस टाइम पे जहाँ पे you are bound to get backlash for it, then you deserve my applaud at least. सो हुआ क्या, उसने कुछ ऐसे ही बताया था कि अगेन प्रोपेगेंडिस्ट अटैक हैपेंस एंड द मेजॉरिटी विल ब्लेम इट ऑन द माइनॉरिटी एंड व्हाट नॉट, और उस पर देयर इज दिस गाय राइट, फ्लाइंग बीस्ट, he replied saying something like always uh, mm, defending the culprits, something like that. I actually don't know exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of always, this guy is always defending the culprits. And I was like, bro, these are the people that will get mad, bro. These are the type of people, bro. Actually think about it, bro. उसने ऐसा क्यों बोला है? Exactly the reason why you're fucking saying that, bro. Dumbasses, bro. Like, तुम जैसे लोगों के लिए तो ये वीडियो बनाए थे. So you guys would understand how retarded you guys look when you say the same script over and over again. He never, in his tweet, defended the culprits. He said that you will go and blame the religion for what some people did. And you exactly did that by saying he always is saving the culprits. And you understand how it goes, right? So it was very funny thing that happened on Twitter. और मैं देख के ही लग रहा था कि these people fall for their own bait every single time. These people are so dumb that they fall for their own freaking bait every single time, and it's funny, you know what I mean? To me, it's very funny. And yeah, man, I hope these people grow out of this, you know, dumbass mentality. And एक और चीज़ जो हमेशा एविडेंट रहेगी लोगों के बीच में, देखोगे कि if there is a gender difference going on, like for example, a Hindu man, for example, for the sake of the example we take, अगर एक Hindu man is accused of rape, right? It will always be innocent until proven guilty and whatnot, and not all men are the same and on whatnot, और लड़कियां भी बहुत सारी उल्टी चीजें करती हैं, which I stand by. Everything that I just said, I stand by. लेकिन where does it go जब कोई सो कॉल मुसलमान वो चीज़ करता है, या फिर कोई मुसलमान कोई ऐसी चीज़ करता है जो कि इमोरल है? Why don't we go around saying the same thing, innocent until proven guilty, and not all men of this religion is the same, and we should not judge the entire religion based on some people's doings? Why isn't it the case every single time? I know the answer of it as well. I'm very smart, so I know the answers of all the things that I said. But I will leave it up to you guys for you to, you know, comprehend about it. Because सारी चीज़ें मैं बता दूंगा तो you'll just be another sheep. A sheep with a better opinion, I would say, but still be a sheep. And I don't want people listening to me to become a sheep. You have to be an individual thinker, even if we disagree on certain points, but you come up with facts, you come up with debatable points that actually make sense. And that's when you become important for the society. You become the change, you know, as Gandhi ji said, be the change you want to see. You become the change that you want to see in the society. I think I've talked a lot today, man. 45 minutes damn near this stream has been. And for all 45 minutes I've been talking. मैंने 45 मिनट तक सिर्फ बात ही करी है, वरना बाकी streams में you go and see in the initial 10 minutes I'm just bullshitting, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about, I'm just fixing my mic and stuff. I'm rewatching my stream to see if everything is correct or not. But this time around, I actually talked. So I'm actually proud of myself. When nobody's watching, I actually have conversations that I could keep up with for over 45 minutes. That's also an accomplishment for me because sometimes I doubt myself कि यार मैं 45 मिनट या 1 घंटे अपने आप से बात कर सकता हूँ क्या? When there's nobody watching and there's nobody questioning, and there's nobody arguing or debating. The answer is probably yes, because we're seeing it right here, man. So big ups to me as well, man. Big ups to me. And these are small achievements that means a lot to me. I know probably no one's going to watch it, man, but it means a lot to me. And I am very ahead of the people that are going to watch it. With that being said, man, peace out. I'm gonna see you tomorrow, inshallah.